This is your update for March 2025. When we last left off, I had left a message with the pain management doctor. It is now March 7th officially. It just turned March 7th. It is 12:01 a.m. as of this recording. And I've heard nothing back. So I'm assuming that lead is dead in the water and I will have to find another avenue to potentially go into the Cleveland clinic if I want to bother with it at all. I'm just tired. And then we have the thing that I've not wanted to talk about that I have to talk about now. But before we get to that, March started off with a bang. On the end of February, the last day of February to the 1st of March, my right ankle felt really odd. It always feels kind of weird. Like I sprained it really bad in 2015 on the way to a photo shoot. I had my gear bag and I was carrying it down some stairs, and the strap of the bag got caught on my leg and I tumbled down the stairs and then twisted my ankle as I fell. Luckily the bag broke my fall, so I didn't hurt anything here, but my ankle was messed up. And that was in my, boycotting doctors phase. So I didn't get it checked out. So it has felt odd ever since. It feels odd consistently. That the oddness I felt that night didn't really set off any alarms, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But I went to floss and brush my teeth, and I just lifted up the leg of my pajama pants, and my ankle was swollen. I took a picture, so I'll throw some on the screen. If you are, if you have an aversion to seeing feet or swollen body parts, trigger warning now. But here's some pictures of what it looked like. It was starting to look like, and I don't want to sound derogatory or rude, but it was starting to look like, how some, but not all, but some overweight people have the really swollen looking ankles. That's what it was starting to look like. My left ankle was fine. The right ankle was just, yeah. And I've said for a while now that I think I have blood circulation issues in the right leg, right ankle area. Something I tried to bring up to my primary doctor months back in that horrible visit where he was like at me. That's how February ended and March began. From the last day of February into the first day of March, I had a massively swollen ankle and I was kind of freaking out. Like, what the hell? Because I know that stuff like that can be a sign of something really bad. So I messaged my primary doctor and I started doing Google research on it. And I found out that the blood pressure medicine I'm on, one of them, a side effect is like swollen ankle, swollen parts of the body. And that medicine is amlodipine. Have to look under my glasses to read things in front of me, years old. Amlodipine is something called swelling. I've been taking it for a minute though, and this is my fault, I own up to this. I was doing an experiment because I had been taking the valsartan by itself and monitoring my blood pressure with the blood pressure thing I bought. Then I have been taking valsartan and amlodipine together and then doing the same monitoring. And I wanted to take amlodipine by itself to see if, was it doing anything? None of these blood pressure medicines seem to do anything. I was taking the amlodipine by itself for not even a week, like 5 days. And that happened. And then I went to the bathroom, found some old wraps that I'd used for my ankle and for my wrist over the years. And I wrapped up my ankle and just kind of, because I read that compression can help get rid of it. But it hurt to walk. It hurt to walk. And it was one of those things you ever not know you did something to yourself? And this isn't I didn't know. I knew something was wrong with my ankle. I just thought it was the usual. It feels weird now, but it also might be swelling now. Not too bad right now. Let's say you have a cut and you don't know you have it, and then you see it and you're like, oh crap, I cut myself. And then it starts to hurt. That kind of thing. It was kind of like that. I knew something was wrong with my ankle, but once I saw it and saw how bad it was like, boom, oh my God. Now it hurts to walk even more. And now you're hobbling around. And yeah, it's very interesting how the body works like that, huh? I asked Justin to buy me some compression socks. I did some research on stuff you could do. I went downstairs when Justin got home and kind of laid on the floor on my yoga mat that I do my stretches on, rested my legs on a chair. So like I'm laying here, my legs are here just to get it over my heart. And I laid there for about half an hour. Yeah, it was... It's always something with me, y'all. It's always something. And that was about 6 days ago. I haven't taken the amlodipine at all since I stopped taking it altogether. Heard back from the primary doctor. He said to stop taking the amlodipine, which I was already going to do, and to contact the pulmonary doctor who prescribed it, letting him know I need to do something else. So I did that. I left a message. So then 2 days later, I got a message from the pulmonary doctor's office, and they said to stop taking the amlodipine, which I already had, and to contact your primary doctor about getting something else. So I didn't contact my primary doctor again. I see him in April. I'm just like, I'm not gonna do the runaround bullshit. I'm getting to my wits end with medical crap. I'm just so tired of it. You contact him. 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 Like, just what? Ugh. It's dumb. So fucking dumb. So then, I started getting really bad long COVID symptoms, really bad. It'll flare up and I'll get like the weird smell and the tastes, and it feels like everything's on steroids, everything feels inflamed, I'll get the asthma and all that stuff. And I had all that, but this time I was getting that cigarette smell, that cigarette taste, which I usually don't get. I haven't gotten that in like 4 years, 5 years. When I first had COVID the first time, I got that. That's how I knew I had it, because my entire mouth smelled and tasted like an ashtray. It was disgusting. So I made an appointment for that morning, which was 2 days ago now, to get a booster shot. And I'm sure my family would be really unhappy about it because they are massive conspiracy theorists. And they would lecture me on how I was doing damage to myself. But I figured my body's already being damaged by whatever COVID did to me anyway, so... But I usually have it done at Kroger. I had it done at Walmart this time because it opened up earlier, and I didn't want to wait an extra hour to have it done because I wanted to go to bed. But I get there and I find out that once I had been the Pfizer kind. Walmart has the Moderna kind, which I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't think I need the bivalent version anymore. The monovalent version I think is okay with a booster, as far as I know. I did some research. In typical me fashion, I have a giant red area here on my arm. Like the shot, I can really turn my head. The shot, was right here. I have to I can only see myself on this side. So my shot was like right here. I'm assuming this is just one of my weird red body dots. I thought that my arm hurt because of the shot, which it probably did, but now it's like 2 days later, it still hurts, and I checked it, and I was like, holy crap, it's this big red, and the light in here is very, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks pretty gnarly in regular light. Apparently, this is called COVID arm. I hadn't gotten it with the Pfizer version, but apparently it is very common with the Moderna version. So it's good to know for the future, I guess. Apparently it's harmless. Apparently. I don't know. It might not be. It's me. But again, this is me. This is my life. This is swollen ankle a few days back, and this here. I read that swelling from amlodipine could take anywhere from 2 weeks to 3 weeks to go away. I mean, I was hoping it was amlodipine. I hope it wasn't some, that's, like I said, that could be the sign of something really bad going on. I was really, 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 really concerned. But it seems to be going down. The compression socks really help. I wear them on both legs because why not? They are super uncomfortable to wear because it's like wearing stockings. I don't like long socks. I wear ankle socks. I always have. Yeah, they're very uncomfortable, but they do the job. So no complaints there. I think that catches us up, and it hasn't even been a week into March yet, and this is already all the stuff that's happened. So for all of the people out there that think I'm a hypochondriac, you can't fake this. You can't fake a swollen ankle, and segue, you can't fake blood in your urine, which is the thing I've not wanted to talk about. About a month ago, I think it was February 10th, actually, I started having problems urinating. It wasn't like I was peeing on myself, nothing like that. But just some issues with just going to the bathroom and, just I don't want to go too much into it without knowing exactly what's going on. And it's really embarrassing, especially now I'm pushing 50. So I don't want to, But I noticed that my urine smelled like funny, and it didn't burn when I would pee, but it felt really odd. And I've had problems in other areas that I also don't want to get into because it's, it's private stuff and embarrassing. So I made an appointment back in February with the primary doctor. I get there, have Justin go back with me this time because the last visit was horrible. And I thought maybe if Justin was with me, he wouldn't feel as prone to want to be as aggressive as he was. I did a urine test there. Their test did confirm that there is blood in my urine, which it could be anything from my kidney stone passing, which I haven't felt anything, to possibly something more serious. Hopefully we find out. My luck, they don't find anything wrong with me, and then this is just my life now. Which seems to be the case. which makes me sound like a hypochondriac, right? Made the appointment with the urologist way back, like almost a month ago. It is in 3 days. It's on Monday. And that's kind of where things stand right now. I am obviously very scared and very nervous. It's frustrating just because I do take care of myself. I do eat healthily. I take vitamins daily. I take specific vitamins. I try to be as well-rounded as possible. I do stretches every day. I try and do cardio 3 days a week. I try, it's just the exercise bike, but it's something, And it's frustrating because I am working very hard to be as healthy as I can in the conditions that I am. But it's like anytime something happens, it happens just at such an absurd level. I get COVID and it just sticks to me for years and flares up constantly. The back and neck won't heal. It's stuck with me constantly. Having the digestive tract issues and the trouble, like my throat feels raw right now, but I'm pushing through it. It's like all this stuff happens for no reason. And people who eat shit and don't take care of themselves and just they don't have these problems and they're healthier than I am, and it's just like sometimes I wonder if I can maybe if I did eat all the cakes and the cheeses and the sweets and the sodas and everything, I would be healthier. Like I've had one soda in the last 5 years. Like my one treat I give myself is the half cup of coffee I have a day. That's the one treat I give to myself. But pretty soon that'll be taken from me too. And I probably shouldn't have been having that with the stomach issues and the throat issues and I just don't know. I don't know. But that is the update for March so far. In 3 days, I have the urologist appointment. I'm assuming it's going to lead to more tests. Ones that aren't fun, but, I'm at the age now where you need to have them done. So, as always, I'll keep you updated and fingers crossed that A, we can figure out what it is. B, it's nothing super serious. And C, it's not some, invisible, force field thing where I have issues, but, I have this, tendency to have things wrong with me, but you can't just, Sometimes I feel like I'm an experiment. If this is all an illusion, we're in a simulation, whoever has control of mine is a fucking asshole. Can you stop? Stop. Okay, I get it. You want to see how much you can fuck with someone and yeah, it's great. It's fun. Ha ha ha. Can I heal now? Can I stop having problems? Please? I'd like to ride out the rest of my life not like this. That'd be great. All right. All right, my throat is really, I can't talk much more. I'm going to go rest this and drink some water. And yeah, I'll see you in the next update. Keep me in your thoughts and all that good stuff. And fingers crossed, as said, that it's nothing. So we're out front of the medical building right now. About ready to go in for my urology appointment. Not looking forward to this one. I haven't been. But, let's just get it over with. Hey everybody, this is your next update for March 2025. I had to grab my water. I had my appointment with the urologist a couple of days ago. That went okay. It's very awkward because with all doctors now, you go in and then you have the assistant or whoever, why are you here? What's going on? They, type stuff into the little computer thing. And it's like, it's stuff you're already uncomfortable talking about, as I've been as vague as possible just due to the nature of it. Yeah, then when it's not the actual doctor and they want you to talk about it, it's like, oh man. But you know that they've heard it and seen it all before, right? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people a year. So, I'm not important or special or anything. It's just, it's me. So when it's you going through it and you having to talk about it, it's awkward for you. But I told her what was wrong, what had been going on, how long, and some of the overlap I had seen with certain symptoms that I'm having. First, she had me urinate into like a big plastic container. Wasn't a lot. And I said, I'm sorry. Like, I can't go anymore. And then she did kind of like an ultrasoundy thing where they put like gel, like where your bladder is, and they can actually like test if there's anything in there, like any fluid or whatever in your bladder still. It showed that there was still fluid in my bladder, even though I could not physically go anymore. And didn't go a lot to begin with. Then the doctor comes in and he walks in, he kind of stops, looks at me, and gives me kind of like a quizzical look, and then says, I think I'm in the wrong room. I was like, oh. It's like, oh, well, I'm here anyway. So, I mean, yay for happy accidents. Since all these visits, we have to stay up past our bedtimes anyway. And thankfully, the one was here in town, which is always nice. It's always nice when the visits are local. So he asked what's going on. And I'm like, what is the point of the person before you then? I think it every time. Like, what is the... You have to say the same things over and over again. It's kind of funny. I told him what was going on. And you've heard me bitch about male doctors before. This is another one where I'll be in the middle of talking like what I'm saying, and he'll be like, okay, well, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I wasn't done talking. I had more to say to you about what's going on. It's not just what I was saying. There's more, whereas the usually female assistants or whoever that I see before the doctors just let you talk. We'll just let you, and they're typing, and I'm like, are you It just feels like there's a disconnect there. I don't know. It could just be me, like, projecting my irritation in general with the medical field. I had to, I would talk, and then he would talk, so I would stop talking, and I would let him say what he had to say, and then I would keep talking what I was saying, and this happened over and over and over and over and over. We were just kind of, leapfrogging each other in the conversation. It was just... they prescribed something for me. I got it yesterday. I need to take it here after I'm done recording this, actually. And, yeah, it's not a pill I ever thought I would be taking. But, yeah. I guess we're hoping that it is just an enlarged prostate. I am getting up there in years. So, I kind of figured it would happen eventually. Enlarged prostates are no joke. I didn't have anything else. I went to that visit really nervous about what they were going to do. I was thinking I was going to have a prostate exam while I was there, which I am not looking forward to at all. I'll know I'll have to have one eventually. And that's something we didn't. We didn't talk about the prostate being, they gave medication for it to help, if it's swollen, to reduce the swelling and make it easier to go to the bathroom. But we didn't talk about, how much water do you drink? What do you eat? We didn't talk about other things it could be. I have a kidney stone. Stuff like this happens, and blood in your urine and whatnot happens because of, what can happen because you're passing a kidney stone, which I obviously would feel because it doesn't feel good. But we didn't talk about any of that. And it reminds me of a few of the visits I've had where we don't talk about anything else, we jump from A to medication. Like, what can we prescribe? I'm always kind of a medication is my last resort, but it's always the first resort for people in the medical field. It's almost like they have like a quota, like how like police officers and what have like a quota for like the number of tickets they need to write, like highway patrol. Feels like doctors have a quota for how many scripts they write, and they get reimbursed for it or something. So I'll be taking that every day for 6 weeks. I see the doctor again, the urologist again in April, and we'll go from there. I'm also drinking a can of tomato juice every day now, because that's supposed to help. The lycopene in tomatoes is supposed to help with prostate health. And we're looking at getting me something called saw palmetto, which is like a supplement, which also is supposed to help with prostate health, because we're assuming that's what it is. In April, I have my primary care doctor visit and the urologist, the follow-up, and that's it so far for April. And yeah, that's it as far as I know on the medical stuff that I can remember. In life, things are going good, I guess. We are trying to move again, but the housing market is atrocious. And since I haven't been able to work for almost a GD year, my ability to provide what support I can financially has significantly dropped. But I am trying to get back on the horse as far as editing and content. I have been working on Doctor Who 9.4, which hopefully by the time this video comes out, it will already be out for you. As of this recording, the full reaction is up on Patreon. My goal right now is to, and don't hold me to this, but my goal right now is to do a video of something a week. So full reaction, then early access, then upload. Full reaction, early access, then upload. That's my like stagger it a week, so there's something at least once a week on Patreon. So fingers crossed that this all gets figured out, that it is a prostate issue, because it could be worse. I know that. I think the only thing I have to wait on now is the results from the urine test. So when that happens, I will update you and all that stuff. It has been one hell of a calendar year. We're approaching, it's been like 10 months of just nonstop stuff going on, and everything had to be put on hold. But for now, I'm going to wrap it up. Okay. I forgot to mention, as far as my side effect I had from the amlodipine, I stopped taking it about a week and a half ago, and the swelling in my ankle has gone down. I do wear the compression socks for a few hours every day now, just to help with general blood flow, but it looks nothing like it used to, and which leads me to believe that it was the amlodipine the entire time. So yeah, I wanted to mention before I, forgot. Still a little swollen, but not nearly as bad as it was. Not like terrifyingly swollen. So yeah. Hey everyone, this is officially the final update for March 2025. I received a call this morning from the urologist, and they asked to call them back, so I did. And they had the results from my lab for the urine test, and that is traffic. Good news is I don't have a UTI, so yay for that. And the blood that was present in my urine has gone down for some reason, so yay for that. And it's at a level now that he said isn't alarming, and they won't be asking for any tests at the moment, because we were talking about possibly doing a CT scan or even a freaking scope, which I did not want to do. Oh my God, do not put a scope inside. Please, oh my God, no. So fingers crossed that the medication helps. And then we're going to test again when I go back in 6 weeks or so. So yeah, that is officially the final update for March. Knock on wood, barring anything else happening, which I hope nothing else happens, because I am just tired. I'm tired of all the visits and all the stuff and all the travel and all the medication and all the yuck. All right, that's officially it. I will see you as far as an update in April when I have the 2 visits that I mentioned earlier. And yeah, so until then,